Hello there, soul family. I love you all and hope everyone's having a wonderful day. Today I'm going to talk about the fact that this is something in the spiritual community a lot of people talk about, but saying that they need to kill the ego. You can't kill your ego. Your ego is directly connected to your physical self, and your spirit could not even function in this realm fully without your ego. So why do people always say they need to kill the ego? And the reason that this is said in the spiritual communities is because an out of control ego is definitely not beneficial to your path. And you can see this by people who have egotism and that are very egotistic. They're all about themselves and they think they know it all, and basically it's just their attachment to the ego and identification with the ego, believing that they are the ego, believing that they are this body, they are the physical self, and they're not actually identifying with the true self, the immortal self. We're all we're living temporary human lives, but we're immortal spiritual beings. So what should we actually do in order to achieve the goals that people actually mean when they say kill the ego? And the truth is, you have to first acknowledge that you aren't the ego, that you aren't your mind. You're much bigger and much more vast than just this physical self. Secondly, you have to tame the ego. You have to put it in the back seat, and you, as your true higher spiritual self, have to take the wheel. Taming the ego is the only thing that you can do in order to come into alignment. You cannot kill the ego. It's one of the most important phrases in spirituality is know thyself. Like they had above the doorway, the temple of Heliopolis. Know thyself, and thou shalt know the gods. It's a very important saying. But if you don't truly have self-gnosis and self-inquiry, you haven't really tapped into your true inner self, the divine spiritual part of yourself, the part that has always and always will exist, and not be identifying with this physical body. A lot of people, especially I've heard, people saying things like either white people don't have souls or, the NPCs, there's NPCs within this world that don't have souls. And, I've come to a greater realization that everyone has a soul, just not everyone is tapped into it. Not everyone is connected to their divine spiritual self. And that's the reason that we have this ego problems, because people are not connecting with their true self. Basically, that's just about it. Just want to say that you can't kill your ego. You can tame it, though. And when you tame the ego and you separate yourself from it, understanding that you are not your ego, that is the true path to enlightenment. Awaken your kundalini. Do energy work. Get yourself and your energy body in alignment. And I think that's about it. But yes, you can't kill the ego. I love you all. Hope everyone has a wonderful day. Peace.